I hope you are taking a lunch break. Take a quick moment to step aside and do something to nourish yourself. Don't skip it today, please. But I am here because I had a friend share an article with me yesterday. Thank you, Bob. Shout out to Bob in Princeton, New Jersey. The article was about interpersonal neurobiology and its place in financial planning. It was printed in the Journal of Financial Planning, and I was so compelled to do this video today because I have to admit I was having a little bit of a pity party when I first read it for myself, because as I was reading this article, it was describing what interpersonal neurobiology is. And basically what it is the interpersonal impact on our brains, how the relationships that we have with each other and the way we interact with each other can actually change brain function. And it went on to talk about all of the ways financial planners need to be connected with their clients on an emotional level. And I sat there with this article in my hand saying, I've been doing this for years. Is it really just now in this issue, May of 2020, with a pandemic and all of the things that we're dealing with, is it really only now becoming, I guess, mainstream that financial planners need to pay attention to their clients' emotions and their emotional needs? So I am here today to talk about a couple of ways that I have been working with my clients for over a decade to not only work with them authentically and genuinely and being interested in their emotional lives, but to help them work through the ways that their emotions are impacting their financial decisions. So, first of all, it is important that we normalize the stress that you're feeling, okay? You may actually be somebody who hasn't had any financial impact in this pandemic. Maybe you are able to continue working from home and you're saving money because you're not leaving the house as much. It doesn't mean that it doesn't create stress. And it doesn't mean that stress from other areas isn't impacting your financial decisions. We can still just as easily shop online. We've been making a lot of decisions about home improvement. Those are big ticket items. Buying cars, those are big ticket items we're making decisions on. So my role is to, first of all, normalize and help you accept the stress that you're feeling, and then making sure you're making the right decisions with those feelings, all right? Here's another important thing to think about when you're working with a financial planner. How much are they speaking versus how much are they listening? One of the skills that I have worked on and practiced for years is to listen more than I talk. Financial planners often get wrapped up in the data. We're very analytical. We like the numbers. But there is an element of stepping back and letting the client be in that space to talk about the things that are bothering them, which ultimately makes the job of the financial planner more effective because we understand those other influences in your life. So listening more than talking is critical in my work. The goal of a meeting when I am working with clients is never to close a sale. Financial planners are generalized for selling products. That's mostly what we're known for, either selling insurance products like annuities or life insurance policies, or placing trades. Every time I tell someone I'm a financial planner, the first question that they ask me is, how's the market doing? Or how are you feeling about this stock? Or how do you feel about this company? Investments are such a small portion of what I do in terms of the interaction I have with my clients. Behind the scenes, I spend a lot of time looking at those types of numbers and those types of things. But when I am physically interacting with a client, my job is not to close a sale. My job is to help navigate the client toward decisions that will have positive long-term outcomes. And then finally, one of the things that was actually in this article, a lesson being taught to financial planners, is that we need to take care of ourselves so that we can take care of other people. Send me a message or leave me a comment if you have heard this phrase before. You have to be good with yourself for you to be good for other people. And it applies to financial planners as well. We are just as susceptible as anybody is to financial stress and the emotions that come from that. And one of the terms that is coined in the area of counseling and psychology is transference. We can transfer those feelings onto the client. And likewise, the client can transfer their feelings to us. And if we are not equipped to handle our own stresses while also taking on those feelings of a client, we're going to find ourselves in a spot where our client is starting to feel our anxiety, and our anxiety will impact the feelings and the decisions that that client makes. So I have so much more I could say about this article. I feel so strongly about the importance of connecting emotionally with clients, but also the need for financial planners to do it more. So I'll leave you with this. I'm actually going to leave you with a word of caution. I have been incorporating wellness and emotions into my work for 13 years. There are financial advisors that may see an article like this and say, hey, I can use this as a great marketing tactic, but really not implement it authentically. As you are considering working with a financial planner, please take into account the emotions and the authenticity that they are bringing into that meeting with you. If you have questions, please message me, please call me, folks. We are navigating into a new year that is bound to have its own version of uncertainty and stress. Please contact me. I offer free strategy sessions. I would love to work with you and get to know you and set us on a good path for the new year. That is all for me today. Enjoy your lunch.